I allow myself to be my best self, to be creative and to let go. I allow myself to live an elevated life, to stay focused and clear, always moving towards a goal. I allow myself to let go and to learn to live and to grow. I allow myself time and space. I allow. I allow myself to feel, to express myself, and to use the talents that I possess. I allow myself to make love out of the things that are not love. I allow myself to be a creative, live in the moment. I allow. I allow. I allow. I allow.
Yes, 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 yes. Good day, good day, good day.
Transparent, open, caring, and loving. I allow myself to let go,
You're listening to the new version,
to be free,
I Allow 2026,
and to
remastered,
seeds
remixed,
and live the best.
new drums, new instruments, and a bass line that comes from a cosmic essence.
I allow the God power within me to express itself through art, through creativity. I allow myself to plant new seeds in the garden of life. I let go.
Those of you who know this song, can you hear the difference? Are your ears tuned?
I
Do
am,
you hear the opportunities?
I am honored to allow, to be here now.
I've incorporated a Nyabinge rhythm within the beat now.
I allow.
A rhythm played by the Maroons of Jamaica and other places, which signifies the rhythm of the heart.
I allow.
Boom, 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 boom. You hear it?
I allow.
Can you feel it? Allow. This song will become, or is, a part of the new soundtrack for the What's Eating You book. And those of you who buy just the book itself online at elevationtime.com, you will receive a download of 2 songs, which will include this one as part of the soundtrack. Yes. So when you invest in the book at elevationtime.com or at what'seatingyou.life, you'll receive 2 medicine music songs as a download. Now, some of you are saying, well, I bought the book. I didn't get my download yet. That's because the downloads will be online Monday night at 12 midnight. And those of you who have invested in the book will receive an email with a special download link for your music. I Allow is one of them. The other one is a surprise. Whoo! Yes. This has been an amazing journey, and I am really feeling good, really excited right now. Wow. My hair is wild. Let me fix it up a little bit. Okay. I like it being even wilder. I see a lot of the big head crazy scientists. They have wild hairdos, so I can have one too, right? I'm not trying to have one. It's just happening, you know? Just let your hair happen. So once again, we are here, and we'll be talking about the book today. Today, we will be talking about the chapter Dreaming Awake. And those of you who just tuned in, when you invest in the book by going to either elevationtime.com or what'seatingyou.life, if you decide to invest in any version of the book, you will receive a download of 2 medicine music tracks, I Allow, and a surprise. Whew. We just added that to the offer, and a lot of you said, well, I didn't see that offer before. Well, it's coming. So if you have purchased, invested in the book, you will get the download. Now, the question is when is the book coming, Dr. B? When do I get my book? You know, when you do something first, at the beginning of anything, there's going to be challenges. And there has been some challenges actually getting the physical books to send out to you, because this is a whole new system that we're learning. And, you know, there is an energy that pops up when you're attempting to do something good, when you're attempting to do something new. It's always challenging in the beginning. So we are going through the learning curve of being publishers. This is the first time Elevation Foundation is becoming publishers, or have become publishers. So we're finding out that there's many different places and ways to get the book printed, and then there's the time that it takes to get it. So we have found that our books will be coming on March the 1st. So those of you who have purchased or invested in the book, you will receive your book after March the 1st. Now, it takes days to put it in the mail and for it to come to you, and that's coming. So be patient. And once again, you will receive 2 medicine music tracks. For those of you who invest in the big offer, we have one big offer on the site. That one will have not only the book, the hard copy, it will have my signature with imprinted energy. It will have the audio version of the book. There is an audio version of the book too. And for those of you who just, want to get the audio version, we'll, during the week, next week, we'll see how we're going to do that. Most likely you buy the book or you purchase the book and you can have the audio version also. But if you get the superior package or the big package on the website, then you'll receive the book, the hardcover. You'll get a signature. You'll get an audio book, and you'll get the 22 song soundtrack, Musicscape, 22 tracks. Some of them are 17, 18 minutes long. It's 7 hours of medicine music. And some people say, well, what's the difference between that, Dr. B, and the the medicine music that's on your website now. Well, that's a portion. We have added so much to make this a soundtrack. It's actually a whole odyssey. And there's frequencies, there's sounds, there's tones, there's things that we're adding to it as a special medicine music collective special edition. Okay. So it is a new project. It has some of the songs that some of you've had that have purchased before, but this is all remastered. And guess what? For the first time, we figured out how to deliver the songs in full bandwidth, at least on the big offer. The other ones will be MP3s because they're coming through email. And the only way to really efficiently send these tracks through emails using MP3, which is a small compressed file, so it can fit on your phone or fit in your email. But those of you who invest in the bigger package, you will get full bandwidth, studio quality tracks. And that is a feat to do because, everybody wants things fast and quick today. So, things are reduced and they're packaged and compressed. But for those of you who are, really into sound and frequency, you need it uncompressed. So that'll be full bandwidth. I want to thank you all for being here today and showing up. Today is a holiday. And people have been saying all day, happy holiday. And my question is, which holiday are we talking about? Is it the one that was chosen for us? And if so, what does it mean to you? Really, what does it mean to you? And what does it mean to the creators? Where does this particular day come from? I celebrate each day as a holy day, as a breath day, a day when we wake up and are able to take that breath and breathe. That is a day to celebrate. Every day is a day to celebrate. So if you'd like, you can go with the ones that have been predestined and preordained for you, or you can live the bigger life and get off of the, off of the farm, jump the fence as the black sheep, and live every day till it's fullest. Celebrate every moment and realize that this moment, this time has never existed before and will never exist again. This day is brand new. Now, we can choose to go into the past and talk about the past in today, which is okay if that's what you choose. Or we can be focused on tomorrow. Or you can be focused on what I'm going to get and how I'm going to be treated today, instead of focusing on how you are treating yourself. Do you love yourself? And what does that mean? Are you allowing yourself to be your best self? Are you allowing yourself to be thankful for what you have? When you're thankful for what you have and what you can do, and you're focusing on what you have the power to change and control and deal with, now you're living the life. And each day is full of that love. So no matter what day you're told to celebrate, there is another message coming from the earth, from the stars, from the cosmos, which is giving you the gift of living. You must first have love, pure love for yourself. There is a book, and it's called The Mastery of Love. And it is a powerful expose and a documentary book on how, why, and when, and what is love. I really love that many of you have been reading the books that we're talking about, and you're investing. And some people say, well, I just got a free PDF. Well, you can get a free PDF just like you can go and get free songs. But the question is energetically, are you paying it forward? Are you investing in the people who have written and done the work? We're in the society now where we'd like things for free. We don't want to pay. So we don't, some folks don't feel that they should invest and donate to the people or offer, funds to the people who have created music and created art. What type of energy does that call? What force is in you? What is eating you in your mind where you feel like you need everything for free, or you need everything cheap, or you need everything for a super discount? So, people were telling me about a lot of books. They said, well, Dr. B, is your book going to be up as a PDF? No. Because how are we going to keep doing what we're doing as musicians, as writers, as creators, as inventors, if we're being forced to give it away for free? There has to be an even exchange. Otherwise, there is karma. A lot of people they don't realize it, but they are experiencing karma because of the way they move, the way they live. So there are things in life that are free: breath, air, nature. These things are offered by nature, but nature needs you to be in nature because nature lives based on you and you live based on nature. It is a symbiotic relationship between us, the earth, and the cosmos. So please invest. Let's get out of this thing where we need everything cheap, everything free, even a lot of the health products. People go in the store and look for the cheap one. They look for the one that's half price off. We go to Half Foods and we're upset because the foods cost too much or the herbs are too expensive. So we go somewhere where we can get them cheaper. And that's okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't be into being frugal or being careful with how you invest. I'm saying to get high quality life, you got to take a high quality breath first. That's a high quality breath. Let's do it again. Let's all take a high quality, energetic breath. That's expansive. To expand yourself and expand your life force, breath is the most important thing. That's what we should invest in. And when we invest higher, we receive more. To get more, we've got to put out more. We've got to realize in the past what has been eating us, what is devouring us, what is causing a lot of our issues is because we have been allowing ourselves to feel cheap, allowing ourselves to live in the vibration of worthlessness. Oh, look, my little project, my little company, my little idea. We use the words little. Why do we keep saying little? Why are we belittling ourselves? So today, in no way belittle yourself. In no way sit and value today based on what people are giving you and what they're offering you and what they're saying to you. Because a lot, I was in the grocery store, and I very seldom go in the grocery store. I've been in the grocery store twice now in like a month, and it's crazy. I walked in, and there were so many Valentine's Day balloons and candy, and it was a lot. It was crazy. It's like it was a challenge getting to the food because they made the aisle so small so that you could buy some love. And it was funny because when I got in line, I looked at the lines. I'm always doing research, and I looked at the lines and I said, "Wow, I don't see anybody in line but one person. One person had a Valentine's Day balloon. One." And I asked the cashier, I says, "Have people been buying a lot of this stuff?" She says, "I'm not supposed to say." She just looked at me and smiled. Because it's about the symbols and the material side of love. And a lot of folks have waken up to what is true love. Love, to me, is life organically vibrating effortlessly. And this must be internally self-generated. It must come from you. So it's not about what somebody's going to give to you. It's not about what the world is going to give to you. It's what are you giving to the world? What are you offering? I was told recently, they said, "But Dr. B, you give too much information on your webcast. You're giving too much stuff away for free." I says, well, what should I do? You should be charging. Those should be classes. Well, I do classes and I do workshops, and there is a reciprocal benefit for being involved in those. But to offer something that doesn't cost anything that can possibly help the world, it is my highest choice that those of you who are here today are going to receive something that you didn't get before. That you were going to receive something that you could use, something that you can ingest, something that does the opposite of taking from you. Dr. B is here to give. And sometimes they say I overgive. I don't know what that means, to overgive. Or you're giving too much information. I used to do lectures and talks for like 4 hours. I've got webcasts that I've done that are 4 hours, even 5 hours. In fact, the device that does the broadcasting that I used to use used to time out and say, time is up. You've talked too much. And sometimes it is true, Dr. B might talk a little too much. But I realize that I'm not sure how long we're going to be here. How long are you going to be here? How often do you get to share? How often do you get to be a force for the upliftment and elevation of life? To be a part of the new world? How often are you giving? Or just being and just giving to yourself and not expecting others to give to you? Not expecting things to always be on sale and always be cheap. That's right. There will not be a PDF version of the book, What's Eating You. There won't be. There will be a physical hard copy, a physical soft copy for those who would like to invest in themselves and physically holding the book. Just physically holding the book on a quantum energetic level changes your life. When you receive the book in the mail, just hold it. Just hold it. And you're going to feel something start happening just from holding it, because I didn't just write a book. First of all, a book wrote me. And what's in the pages, what's inside of it, even if you never opened it, you're reading it. Did you know that I read lots of books, but do you know some books I only read one page? There's a lot of information. I have a huge library. I have one here and one, in another state. Well, it ain't that huge. Depends on, how you're looking at it. To me, it's big because it's curated. I don't have every book. I have books that mean something to me. But some of them I read a page and laid them in the bed and went to sleep. Did you know that the book of the information or the music around you, the sounds around you, you are absorbing while you are in rest mode? Now, some of you are not totally in rest mode. You're in arrest mode because you're being arrested. You're being taken into custody because if that music that you're listening to while you're sleeping, if that news, that television that you're listening to while you think you're sleeping, the books that are around you in your bedroom or in the bed with you, everything around you, you're absorbing. The person that you might be sleeping around or with, whether you're intimate or not, you are intimate because you're connected energetically. So you're connected energetically to that book. You're connected energetically to that television. You're connected energetically to that music. And whatever's written on the walls of your bedroom. This is why some people have, they practice minimalism and have very little in their room. And a lot of times, and I happen to be, a person that does this too sometimes. There's a lot of clutter in the place that we sleep, but you're not sleeping. You haven't turned off because your brain is working 24/7. Your hair on your skin is picking up information, from the cosmos 24/7. When you're in rest mode, you are absorbing the information. So you could take the book, What's Eating You, and just put it in the bed, put it on the pillow next to you. Here's another thing you can do. Take the book and just open it. The page I just opened to is intra and extraterrestrials. What is an intraterrestrial? We're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks, but an intraterrestrial is something living inside the earth and inside your body. We always hear about the extraterrestrials. We're always focusing on things outside of ourselves. You know, we're saying prayers outside of ourselves to an entity or something that, you know, we have agreed that is existing. And not saying that it doesn't. But inside of us, there's inner space. And that inner space is connected to the outer space. The extraterrestrials are connected to the intraterrestrials. Did you know that there are people who have seen a ship or a vehicle in the sky, and we're seeing more and more of them? And the people standing with them can't see it. It's because the vehicle, which may not be some aliens, they may be people from the inner earth. It may be your ancestors. There's a lot of different things in the sky. But sometimes only you see it because they are in your dreamscape. They are part of your world. Everybody has their own dream. Everybody has their own vision. Read the book, The Four Agreements, and just read the introduction in the first chapter. And they talk about people's dreams and how you can't take it personal when somebody's having a dream and they talk to you and they say something to you from their dream state, from their mind state, from what they think, from what they believe, and what their reality is all about. What is reality? Is reality actual? Well, it depends on your perception. Each person, and this is very important, each person is having their own unique perception every minute of the day. They're having their own outcome and outlook. We would like to think everybody's having the same experience. They're not. Just because somebody gets up and speaks, and you went to go to a concert, or you went to go to a lecture, or you went to go to a poetry session, or you went out in the world, it's like you've got to first leave your home with a goal. You got to be goal-minded. My grandmother says, never leave home without a prayer. Never leave home without a focus. Never leave home without a goal. Never leave home with what's called a telos. Otherwise, you're going to get lost. My son, one of my sons, he's on a plane now. He went on a journey. And people were saying, remember who you are. And I thought about it for a second. What's more important? Because we may have challenges remembering who we are. We may not really know, because we have been through a situation here where the eggs have been scrambled on many levels. We've been mixed up, tricked up. Some of us, no. But you could snap because everybody keeps talking about you need to know your purpose. You could be doing more. You ever hear these people that talk like this? You should be, and they always have a voice too, and this vibration where their ego has got they're so connected to God and the angels and the other realms and the world of intelligence that they're going to tell you what would be best for you. And you may not know right now. You may not know your total purpose. But here's how you cut to the chase. First of all, you thank those people. Thank you very much. Then you go and live your life. You don't have to do what they tell you to do. because they don't know you. Nobody really knows you. You may not even truly know yourself until you find out what's been eating you. And once you decide and choose and know what's been eating you, you can cut those things out. It is more important to me not to remember who you are, but to know who you're not. Dun, dun, dun. It is more important to know who you're not than to know who you are. Because you may not be the best you could be. You may not be right now who you're becoming. You may not be at the destination. You may not know. But it's more important to know what you're not and what you're not going to do and what you're not going to go along with. That's a part of knowing what's eating you. What is eating you? Are you traveling on your ship, your life ship, and you're supposed to be the captain? Do you know what's on the ship? Do you know? You may not know the name of the ship right now. It just may be, Earthship U. But you need to know what is going to be destroying or weighing down or putting pressure or holding back your best journey. What's eating you? This is a part of knowing what you're not. Once you have the knowledge of what has been eating at you, then we can figure out what our purpose is, because our purpose is changing every day. Some people's purpose is to do nothing. That's their purpose. Leave them alone. You're just wasting your life. You're just sitting around watching movies. This person may be learning how to make movies. Some of the best movie makers and television makers and producers and writers listen to what other people have done and learn the sequence and the rhythm of things so they can do it. So you're going to put him down. All he does is sit there all day playing video games. That's all he does. Listen to the voices of these people. That's all he does. Sit there day after day. Then one day he gets up and creates a video game that makes millions. Because first, you might need to involve yourself in studying the world that you're about to be in. Y'all okay? Who's here for the first time? Who is here on a Dr. B Elevation Time webcast for the first time? And if you're here for the first time, put it in the chat. How'd you get here? They call me Dr. B Sirius, Doctor, Doctah. B. It is no period after the B. Sirius, Sirius. It has to do with the star Sirius. I talk about this in the book and why. Sirius. Are you serious? Are you a stargazer? What is your star personality? Look that up. Star personalities. If you're here for the first time, let us know you're here for the first time and how you found out about today. And if you're from another state, another country, another world, another planet, put that in there in the chat too, so we can know who's here and who's arrived for the day. I want to thank you all for being yourself, for being. Once you get to for being, you become forbearing. What are you carrying? Then you can start to look at your fortune. Fortune. What are you tuned up for? Are you fortunate? Are you fortuning? Because each journey you make each day is a part of your fortune, your fortune. What are you focusing on? What are you talking about? Where is your energy being used for you? Who are you? Who are you at the core? And if you don't know, that's okay. We got to get down to who you're not. So when a sculptor, let's say he has a big lump of clay, going to make something, going to make a bust, a face, a person. They start even with a piece of wood. They carver, people that carve these beautiful art pieces. They start with a big piece of something, wood, clay, metal, and they begin to cut away the things that is not desirable. They haven't got down to the finished thing yet. First, you got to cut away, huh? First, you got to let go. Huh? You got to do some division and some subtraction before you begin to do addition and multiplication. We should learn that first. First, you got to learn to cut away. First, you got to learn to let go. To find your purpose and define your essence, you have to realize what is not a part of your essence. Then you've got to have a mindset where you're dreaming towards what it is. You're living a life of each day incrementally moving towards your goals. What are your goals? Your goals happen to be the things that are on your mind the most. And when things are on your mind a lot, they slip into your dream state. The dream state is very important. Dream time is huge because dream time is in between this time and another, but it may be the actual time. This is what the people in the indigenous people have said. Dream time is the real time. And this time is the dream. How would you know the difference? You agree to no, I'm awake right now. No, actually, you may be asleep right now, and that dream time may be the awake time. And if you're having a lot of nightmares and evil things happening in your dream state or scary things, that may be because you're connected to a lot of that energy in this world. Because a lot of us have lived the life that we come from. We come from a world where, not the earth, I'm talking about the world, which is a mindset where it's about power and control, power versus force. It's about what's eating you, what's giving you energy, what's taking energy. It's about energy manipulation, and you have got to be the one to begin to manipulate your energy and stop being manipulated by energy. Somebody texted me and said, "Hallelujah, doctor, this is church." How many of you are manipulating your energy? How many of you realize that you're the captain of a ship, of a vessel on the ocean? The air we live in is a liquid. We live in fluidic space. When you realize that you're the captain, you need to check out and see who's on the boat that might be a pirate, who might be a parasite. A parasite uses you as the host. They just riding on your boat. They absorb your nutrients, your energy, your time, your essence. Parasites and pirates, they also use you as a means of transportation to get from here to there. Some parasites are using you just to get you to mate with somebody else so they can go and meet their maker. What? I'm gonna leave that just like that. Once again, if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you've been here before, congratulations. In the beginning, go back and play this because I played the new version of I Allow. Wow, it's got a whole nother vibe on it. We've taken it up And there's a lot happening musically and vibrationally right now, even in what they call the music business. And I was asked the other day, why won't I put my music on Spotify? And I said, first of all, it's no reciprocal energy there. And now they have a new law that says that if you put your music on certain platforms, you no longer own it because you gave it to them. And they could take it with AI and they could chop it up. They could edit it. They can use it in commercials. They can sell it to a movie company. They can use your music without giving you a dime because you gave it to them and didn't read the fine print. What we also need to do in our lives is read the fine print. This is a system that has a booklet. Our cells, inside our cells, there is a code. It's called the Divinity Code. Thus, that's the law. Everyone has it. It's streaming through you. There's no excuse for us not tapping into the law, except that we've been distracted so much by things, by holidays, by people, that we sometimes get lost. And we get lost in other people's dreams. So Dr. B's music, now I will be putting out a couple songs on Apple Music, so you should know that that will be happening, because at least they kind of are into artists. But to receive the music, it's direct to the people, full bandwidth. And if you choose to invest in the larger offer on the website for the book, you will get the 22 songs or tracks or experiences, 7 hours directly from Dr. B to you. Because what we've got to do is be more live and direct. And somebody said, wow, that's wrong. It's wrong for Spotify to no, it's not wrong, because they told you. It's only wrong if somebody did something to you and didn't tell you the result. These people always have it in the fine print, but some people don't read the fine print. We trying to be fine, but you got to get refined and get down to the details. So we can blame the system on a lot of things, but sometimes we didn't read. We weren't organized. We weren't thinking clearly. We weren't choosing clearly. Because the system will eat you alive. There's a chapter in the book called America Eats Its Young. Whoo! Man, I cried when I wrote that my own self. A lot of the book is me sharing personal situations and focusing on who I really am. And to get there, I have to begin to reduce who I'm not, deduce who you're not. Let's start cutting away some of the language and some of the ways we speak and act. They didn't come from us. They're not original. That's why sometimes being silent is golden. Spending some time alone is very, very important. That's love. So the book is on sale right now at elevationtime.com. Let's see, elevationtime.com. For those of you who don't know, there are many versions of the book. There is a soft cover that comes with 2 songs. There is a hardcover that comes with 2 songs. There is a version of the book where you can receive the signature, energetically imprinted signature of Dr. B. Sirius. And then there's a version that has everything. I'd like to thank you for showing up once again. I'm going to read a little bit from the book today. And like I say, for those of you who are just online and you may have already invested in your book, we will have physical books after March 1st. After March 1st, you will receive your book. Some people, they got a special version of the book back in December, an autographed version. I did an event in what was it, Dallas? Yeah, in Dallas. And yeah, those people, y'all know you haven't received your book either. You will get a special surprise for being patient. For those of you who are outside of the continental United States, we are not going to get into trying to send this book all over the world because of the tariffs, because of all these laws that every nation state, every border has laws, and you got to pay tariffs. You got to pay Peter to pay Paul to pay, So what we're doing is we're offering the book on Amazon. The book is live right now on Amazon for those who are outside of the United States. If you're outside of the United States, you can receive the book on Amazon.com. Now, on the Amazon.com version, you won't get the music downloads. You get the book. That's the advantage of, for those of us who are able to go to elevationtime.com or what'seatingyou.life, you're going to get different versions. We would like to, at some point in the future, be able to offer that to the world. Right now, we're not able to, or we're not focusing on that right now. So we're doing our very best to create the best. And that's all we can do. Your best is good enough. Let's do some reading. Would that be okay? Let's see how we do this. For those of you who don't have your ticket yet, March 1st, live in Atlanta, and also virtually online, Billy Carson and I will be presenting Unlocking the Divinity Codes. Unlock the blueprint of the divine human. How many of you are going to be there for this event? Because I'm telling you right now what you're going to get. I even think Billy just said that you're going to also get God Power 1, God Power 2. It was a whole package that he just offered. In fact, we're going to have to get him on here soon. So, excuse me. His schedule has been very, very busy. He's one of the busiest men I've ever met. But go to unlockdivinitycodes.com and see the offers. So if you are ready and willing to truly shift on a mental, physical, spiritual, and cosmic level, even financial, because there are people who did God Power 1 and 2 who are wealthy today because they followed the code. There's codes, there's blueprints. We're going to be giving a special piece of the blueprint code, tapping into the divinity part of ourselves. The part of ourselves that's always online, that's perfect, that has no issue, it's inside of our mitochondria. Mitochondria DNA is a whole special subject, and it deals with the Akasha, the Akashic records. It deals with us tapping into the cosmic dimensions, because the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind are all connected. The superconsciousness is the Akasha. That's where everything is available to us. And we're going to learn how to tap into that on March 1st. If you're not going to be able to make it physically, then make it on the virtual version and invest in it and play it back. We're going to be giving exercises. We're going to be showing you actually how to tap into the gold mine. There are folks that say, I'm going to give up my last. Some people give up the last that they have to get something big. So invest it. I know it's a whole thing with we keep hearing about how challenging it is financially right now. And we do realize that it is everybody's not able to. And it's been a lot that's happened to create that space. But if you're able to invest, March 1st, live in Atlanta, Divinity Codes, which is technically God Power 3. So I'll see you there. We will have books. We'll be doing signatures. Well, hopefully we'll have books by then. You know, it's supposed to come by then, you see. So we'll have some on, I know we'll have some soft copies. I'm not sure about the hardcover. Hardcover book takes longer to make. I just found out that it's about double the time for them to print a hardcover. Today, we're going to read from the book. If you follow along and listen, I'm going to take my me out. Well, no, we'll just do it just like this. And, you know, bear with me because reading aloud has been a huge issue. I know a lot of you may, relate to this. And it has to do with our subconscious. And I'm working on reprogramming my subconscious as we all do this together. Chapter 7 in the book, What's Eating You? Dreaming Awake. Now, before I read this, if you're not ready, this piece is deep and this can actually play with your mind. I would say if you're not mature, we even have to be careful with children. So somebody's there with your child, or if you're with your child, so you can break this down, because this piece, what I'm reading and what it's saying is different than what it's really saying on a cosmic, energetic, spiritual level. Just know that words cannot really generate the mystic or the mysticism within the words. Chapter 7. Notice that it's chapter 7, Dreaming Awake. When I was a boy, I had many vivid dreams from time to time. I would have a recurring vision state in which massive translucent objects descend from the sky, carrying beings that can shift between physical and non-physical states. In dreams, these beings aim solely to feed on human psychic energy by collecting plasma, like substances from certain people. Plasma-like substances from certain people. These visions returned and intensified after my experience in the Bermuda Triangle. Yes, in the book, I talk about my experience in the Bermuda Triangle. It is a real thing. This is not just some, science fiction, and it's not necessarily evil or bad. I asked some of my teachers about these dreamlike visions, and they all offered the same explanation. Basically, they said I was channeling past, present, and future events. They all stated that this information would prove valuable for my future mission. In my dreams, there were many different types of beings living on and within the earth. Some came from elsewhere in the universe, others shifted through time and dimensions. It's even theorized that it is even theorized that we may have come to Earth from elsewhere, When you look at nature, you see millions of different life forms, all living in a state of equilibrium. Otherwise, we would cease to exist. In dream time, I was told that between 4,000 and 6,000 years ago, objects fell or landed in specific places on Earth, like Egypt or Kemet, and several locations between the 33rd parallel and 19.5 degrees north and south. Some of you know about this. This is where many pyramids, mounds, and sacred sites are. It is said that non-physical beings, psychic energy parasites, arrived on the planet. One of their many names is the Soul Catchers. They travel from planet to planet, even jumping across dimensions and timelines to create discord among other beings. Then harvesting the resulting disagreeable energy as a food source. How many of you know about this? So after I had this experience in the Bermuda Triangle, everything changed. That was in November of was it November? I keep getting confused. September of 1996. The dream state changed because there were messages coming to me. Now, not all of them were about these beings that were not disagreeable, but this part I'm talking about these particular beings that actually come to do the bidding of their masters. They travel from planet to planet, even jumping across dimensions and timelines to create discord among other beings, then harvesting the resulting disagreeable energy as food. It has been said that toxoplasma parasites may be biological drones that implant themselves in people, keeping the population agitated under a spell, creating a virtual mental farm. These drones or satellites may be remotely controlled by pirates who now live off-world, traveling in hive-like ships that consume energy from afar. Some may perceive this as evil or say these beings are devils. But isn't this exactly what humans do? I'm going to read that again. It has been said that toxoplasma parasites may be biological drones that implant themselves in people and animals, keeping the population agitated and under a spell, creating a virtual mental farm. These drones or satellites may be remotely controlled by pirates who now live off-world, traveling in hive-like ships that consume energy from afar. Some may perceive this as evil or say these beings are devils. But this is exactly what humans do. Somebody says, say what? Yeah. In fact, they do this to the animals and people they deem lower than themselves, raising them as livestock, using technologies like mass distraction, deception, distortion, deprivation, cognitive dissonance, crossbreeding, bondage, emotional pain, and chronic stress. People are easily kept under control. Then man absorbs their life force energy as food. Then man absorbs their life force energy as food, and all in the name of survival. Yeah, I said it right. So are we devils too? Researchers have theorized that up to 70% of the world's population may be infected with toxoplasma, 1/3 of the Earth's population. What we know for a fact is that toxoplasma, or whatever controls it, is a factor in the collapse of our human colony. It's just a little piece of the book. What do you think about this? What does this tell you? Because we think we know stuff. We think we know what's going on here. But the truth is that we only know maybe, possibly 1% of what's really going on here. We don't even understand trees. How does this huge tree grow from a little seed? And they say that the trees get their food from the minerals and from the earth around them. But seems like they would have sucked up all the earth around them and there'd be a big hole. How does this work? It's a mystery. It's a mystery how certain stones and rocks have consciousness. It's a mystery how some people are born with special knowledge. Most of life is a mystery how your heart can keep beating and keeping you alive physically for all these years. Did you know that your circulatory system, if you take your veins and arteries and stretch them out all together, make them all one, they'll wrap around the world? And I think this 3 times. I think somebody told me 4 times, but let's just talk about 1 time. When your heart beats and the blood leaves your heart and goes all the way around your body, it is traveling the same distance as going around the world in just minutes. But that's some supersonic quantum traveling right there. How? It's a mystery. So we think we know who controls the world. We think we know what's evil. Some of the people who are talking about they're looking for evil and pointing the finger at evil are the evil. Evil is the same word as live. Take it apart. Put it back together. Live, evil. So we're given a concept of what is good and what is bad. But obviously there's something going on here that we don't truly understand totally yet. So something came to the planet 4,000 to 6,000 years ago and saw the state that we were in and saw that we could be controlled. These beings basically created a slave state, a slave planet. They took over. There was another group of beings that were here that were benevolent and loving. I was told that there was a war between these beings and these other beings, and the benevolent, loving beings left, and the new beings took over. And their thing is to get you to not live the life you came to live, to be distracted, to keep agitation happening, to keep people fighting and separated, because that causes agitation, that causes friction, and that energy is the food source of these beings. And they place something in everybody's head. Not everybody, but they placed it in the cats first. That's where it spawns, in the cat gut, the domesticated cats, only domesticated cats. I'm not saying it's not, it's in society, because the cat poop where the toxoplasma is ended up in mice, it ended up in gardens, it ended up in farm animals, it ended up in birds. It's everywhere. This is why a lot of animals today are lost. You notice there are flocks of birds that they're not going south like they normally would. You see fish in the ocean, thousands of them just swimming in circles, and they're like trying to see what's happening with these schools of fish. They're not acting the same. They're acting erratically. It's because of this parasite that lives in the amygdala. It lives other places too, but when it's lodged in the amygdala, it controls the emotion, the outlook, the intelligence, the mindset of the host. It controls you. Now, we want to point to the devil and who the evil is and who's controlling things, but a lot of folks, they haven't wanted to look at this. What's controlling the ones you call evil? What's controlling those people that want to control you? What's controlling those people that are using your energy? What's controlling the person that's writing the news, creating the story, writing history, rewriting history? Most of your history is not even correct, but you believe in it emotionally because you have the lost sense of self-knowledge. How did you get that? Because we've been programmed over and over through repetition to believe in things that are not necessarily so. A lot of us will go out and fight for something that's not necessarily so. You don't even have all the information. Yeah, this gets deep. Our words, our voice, what we say is important. And sometimes we got to be careful because you're thinking something from your dream state or from your mind state or from the parasite's transmission that we need to stop for a minute and just let your vibration, just let your vibration feel it. Let your body feel it. Let your gut feel it. Let yourself, is this really for me? Is this real? Because toxoplasma will switch up what's real and what's not. It plays with your perception of things. It'll have you angry about things that's really not, you don't even have any facts. It was in the news. Has the news ever been totally honest with you about what's happening? Isn't the news all about mind control and selling commercials? How many drug commercials with 1,000 side effects are there on during the news? The noose. The 6 o'clock noose. Don't get hung up. Well, somebody said, well, spiritually, I can get rid of toxoplasma. Well, if you can do that spiritually, then do it. I'm not saying it's not impossible. Dr. B, well, I take a couple herbs for parasites. You tell me scientifically. I want you to know, go scientific, how you're going to affect this parasite in your brain with those simple herbs that do work on the colon parasites, the ones in your digestive tract. Yes, this is a super bug. It's not even a regular parasite. It's toxoplasma. Did you hear the name? Toxo. So you know it's toxic. A toxic plasma. And it's not the only mind control parasite. There's several of them that I talk about in the book, What's Eating You. But it is a big part of what's happening today. Why we go along with certain things, why we believe in certain things, why we look at people a certain way. Even the concept of what is love has been manipulated by a parasite. The lady told me that today was the day where her man, she mentioned a whole paragraphs of things that he better do today. I said, or what? She said, well, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to look at my other options. Everything the lady mentioned had to do with spending money. And she was serious. And she was rubbing on her ring while this was being talked about. And when I said, well, what if, and she looked at me, she said, I don't even want to hear it, Dr. B. I know who you are. I was like, oops. I don't even want to hear it. I've been doing this all my life. And I grew up with this. And I don't want to hear about what the signs and symbols and where it really comes from. I need my holiday. And if he wants to get him some, he going to have to go along with the rules. I'm like, whoa, this is deep. What are the side effects of taking a drug? What are the side effects of believing in something that's unbelievable? What are the side effects of living in a society where the people themselves have become parasite-like and suck the energy out of others and force people to do things that they don't want to do, but they got to do it in order to get along with everybody else who's in the group? This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is what we believe, and you better get in line. Otherwise, you're ostracized. What are the side effects of not knowing what's eating you? Yeah, we could talk about the Rothschilds and all those folks. They got the parasite too. Let me tell you something. Those people who you think are the ones who did all this to us, they would have to be controlled by parasites. You're looking at them, but I'm looking at above them. What is controlling the mindset of these people who would do what they're doing and what they're attempting to do to all of us? In the book, I talk about the Flexner Report. I talked about it the other night. The Flexner Report. When you read this, and when you understand the educational system and the miseducation, the diseducation, the dead-ucation that we have received, we got something to do here. We gotta figure out what is real and what is not. We gotta figure out what's eating us, what's sucking your energy, what's drawing your attention. What are you involved in that's actually the evil that you say you're not into? That's why I wrote the book. So you can begin to recognize what it is you're here to do. First, we got to cut away some of the things that we're not. Once you realize and you wake up to say, oh, wow, that happened to me. How many of you have had prophetic dreams or have prophetic dreams? How many of you? How many of you have had dreams that have actually come true? How many of you? How many of you feel that this whole thing is a dream? How many of you? How many of you have gotten to the point where you can control your dreams? Now, I'm going to play another new track. And this one you don't get with the book. This one you get with the download of the whole album, the Medicine Music Collective Special Edition, when you get the top offer for the book that comes with the book, energetic signature, the audio version of the book, and the music album. Like I said, you'll get 2 songs with your regular book when you buy it from elevationtime.com or what'seatingyou.com. But you also will be able to get the whole album, this new project that comes with one of the offers. I'm going to play a track called You. I'm going to answer a few questions. We got a little time. The question is, your dreams. What kind of dreams are you having? Do you have recurring dreams? I had a recurring dream that actually turned out to be real, and the science is behind it. I was given some information of what was going to keep us from getting to the point of the golden age, what was going to keep us from waking totally up in 2027. That's why all this is happening in 2026, because there are forces that are attempting to keep you from waking totally up from the night dream or the nightmare or the daymare. So it's about you. Finding yourself. Ooh, how do I do this? That was weird. Wow. I didn't know I could do that. You can do special effects. I hit a special effects button for the first time. Did you hear that, y'all? Wow. So let's ask some questions. If you have some questions, I'm going to play this new track called You. This one, my partner heard. He says, man, a lot of babies is going to get made off that track, Dr. B. It's called You. It comes from a track that was originally called AEIOU. This is a whole new version coming to you live. This is the first time it's being played publicly. It's a part of Dr. B Sirius's Medicine Music Collective Special Edition. Whew. I'll let it play a little bit while I look at some of the questions that you may have. This is the track called You, AEIOU. I love this track. Also, you know, these certain parasites don't like these frequencies, so you're agitating them. Doesn't get rid of them, but it will agitate them, and then you use your cleanse. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, the cleanse, to get rid of your toxoplasma. I love this track. Put your questions in the comment section. I'll answer some questions before we go on to the next event. Coming to you live for the first time. New track, new medicine music called You. Let me know if you like it, if you feel it. Once again, I'm incorporating the Nyabinge rhythm, the heartbeat. So can you hear it? Doom, 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 doom. This track helps with heart-brain coherence. It's a love song. Whew. Yeah, y'all, this is what I do. Music for the world. Medicine music. Healing. Whew. The heartbeat, y'all. Do you feel it? Come on now. Imagine you're reading your book and you got this playing in the background. Yes, we will be offering the Medicine Music Collective by itself outside of the book. It's not up on the website yet. It will be soon. All that's going to be happening probably by about Tuesday of this week. It's being encoded now into the website. Be patient. We're doing something that's never been done this way before. You see, this is meditation music to me. And what I noticed many years ago when I started doing the medicine music projects, actually the medicine music project started about 1999. The first one was a project called Urban Shaman, which was Brother Akadam and I were both herbalists, we're both musicians, and we decided to put medicine in the music. That was 1999. So that project is called Urban Shaman. It's still out there online. We're going to be re-releasing that soon. But since then, I've collected so many tracks and so many instruments from around the world to create this medicine music vibe based on rhythms, not just tones and frequencies or bowls. Next week, you'll be able to purchase this and the whole album if you'd like. So be ready for the announcement. Make sure you're on the email list so you can know when it's coming to you live. You. Whew, messages coming in from all over the world, folks, like, what's happening? How can I get this? You're listening to the pre-release version just for today. This is your Holy Day gift. You can get this and 22 other tracks in the premium book bundle. What's Eating You premium book bundle will have the soundtrack with it. Somebody says, stop talking, Dr. B, so we can hear the track. You got to get the track. Listen to the fade out. I've been asked lately, Dr. B, what's taking so long? First, it was what's taking so long with the book. Then it's what's taking so long for me to get it. And the other one now is what's taking so long with this music. It's because, first of all, this music is being channeled. You can't just do that. What's happening here, it's something that has to happen in the right time. It has to be, you have to be the right person at the right time in the place to receive this download, but you also need to have an upload. What is your focus? What would you like out of life? But first, you got to cut away and get rid of what's eating you. Every song, every track, every page of the book, every one of the herbs, every one of the products that at least that comes from Elevation are specially curated. They take time. Sometimes things are out of stock. I'm not going to make something or create something just because people say, hey, you need to hurry up. We're running out of time. There is no time. That's an illusion. It's your time. It has to happen at a time when the creative life forces of the universe come together. That track it's come together over, and some of you have the track called AEIOU, and you're saying, wait a minute, is that what? This is the new version. It's called You. It's about you. It takes time to curate great things, to make food that really tastes good. It takes time. So fast food, fast music, the fast book, the fast sex, the fast love, the push button dating service that just, fake up, put on some stuff just so you can look good right now. I mean, if they're into that, that's okay. That's not a problem. We're not going to talk against that, but we're saying that things that are really curated over time, you've got to be patient. Now, I had asked some questions and I did a little experiment. And I said, if you have any questions for me, put them in the chat. And then I played the music. And I'm looking here in the chat and I don't see one question. Because the fact is that your mind is going to gravitate to the highest vibration or the best thing for you at the time if you allow yourself to let go. And that's what happened. The question was, when is the music coming? So be patient. All the music will be out this week. The audio book will be out this week. Different versions of it are on the website now. If you've already purchased your book, you're saying, well, where's my I Allow? You're going to get I Allow and another surprise track on, not this one, but another one on the when you purchase the book. It's going to come as a download. You're going to get an email saying, hey, here's your download for your book, and not for your book, but for your music. And that's how you're going to get it. So be patient. Make sure you're on our email list. Also, make sure that you are investing in yourself every day. All right. Oh, somebody asked a question. What was the question? Yeah, I'm not saying nobody asked questions. When we say people, we don't mean all people. We mean the people we know. Okay. I am going to stay on just for a little long. So B817, what was your question? I know one question that was asked was, Dr. B, what can we do to get rid of this toxoplasma? The Elevated Total Body Program is a 28-day program. You can only begin to get rid of or eliminate or eradicate systemic parasites in 28 days. It takes at least 28 days of full rhythmic biocycle. 28 days. It takes 28 days. This program has been created and curated to help reduce the stress and resistance and the toxicity in the body and change the frequency of the body. That's the only way you're going to deal with toxoplasma. You can't do it with just herbs. It takes flower essences, essential oils, crystal energy, M state or monoatomic elements. It's a very diverse, special program because these parasites are superbugs and they know how to protect themselves. They know when you're coming to get them. Okay, they are very intelligent. So there's a whole step, like for the first 6 days, you take one dropper. It tells you in the instructions, take one dropper of this, one dropper of that, 2 droppers of this, and that whole system, right, is set up to create a rhythmic enhancement over time, so that they don't know you're coming. You got to hunt them. You can't just take the herbs for parasites. That's what I tell folks. I took something for parasites. The superbugs are extremely intelligent, thousands of times more intelligent than human beings. Okay? So, elevationtime.com. It's the Elevated Total Body Program. It's on sale this weekend. Also, if you use the discount code, the book, you'll get 20% off. And if you become a member of elevationtime.com, you're going to get 10% off of everything all the time. Yes, toxoplasmosis has destroyed and changed the lives of 70% of the people, and almost all the diseases that people are dealing with, especially around the nervous system and the mind, have to do with toxoplasma. It has us doing self-harm. What is self-harm? Wearing polyester. If your mind was right, you would never have thought of putting polyester or plastic in your clothes and in your bedclothes and in your sheets. You're sleeping in plastic. You're drinking plastic. We're eating plastic. We store things in plastic. We wear plastic. We inject plastic in our bodies. That's what I'm saying. This is letting you know there's a big problem here if people don't even remember how to be natural. They don't even like it. They want to be artificial. People have become artificially intelligent. Toxoplasma is one of the main reasons why our society is like it is, why we're in war, why we're in hostility, why we're doing all the things that we're able to do, and why the people who are controlling things are as crazy as they could possibly be. Toxoplasma is the issue, y'all. The Elevated Total Body Program not only deals with toxoplasma, it deals with there's thousands of different parasites, thousands of different types. But also we have to deal with what they call the biofilm of the parasite first. It's a protective coating. It's a very careful. You have to be diligent, because the biofilm is the protective coating around the parasite cyst, around their eggs, that the average herbs cannot digest or break down or alleviate or break through the biofilm. Yes. So the Elevated Total Body Program is available right now at elevationtime.com. Okay. Somebody said, but Dr. B, you're not answering any questions. Well, I am. Just calm down. Are you still doing consultations, and do they have to be in person? I do only personal consultations if that's somebody, if somebody would like that. I am doing a few. I'm doing Zoom consultations. I'm doing phone consultations again. We started them up at the beginning, actually towards the end of last year. In fact, somebody called the other day and they were like, look, I need consultations, so let's pay for them now. They didn't care what it cost. They was talking about what it was costing them not to have the consultation. That's the question. Some people, they look at things in a very special way. So there's a lot of folks right now who are ready to invest. And if you are ready to invest, then go to our website. You can send me an email or send us an email. Let us know that you'd like a consultation. If you'd like one in person, that is possible. We are in Atlanta, or if I'm in Los Angeles, I'm there now off and on. Yes, you can get a personal consultation, and we can set that up. There are people who have had whole weekends. They've had consultation weekends where we'll do a whole day with you and your family or whoever, where we could teach for a whole day. You could get a group of people together and we'll work that out. Well, you could say, look, we'd like to do a weekend getaway with you, Dr. B. Yes, it's possible. A weekend getaway. Think about it. A weekend getaway. where you can receive questions, answers, get consultations, do energetic readings, herbs. I'll have special herbs for you, and we can deal more with your personal issues, mentally, physically, and spiritually, if we're in person. So think about that, having a weekend getaway, either you, your family, mates. That's also something. A group of people. If you'd like me to come to a place, I can come, and I'll offer my very best. I am open right now. Now that the book is finished, I do have some time open. And once this music is done on Monday, I'll really have some open time. And by the way, yes, we do have a new instrument, Dr. B's Medicine Drum 2. I'll have a few of them at Billy Carson and I's event in Atlanta. It is a wooden drum made of a special wood called Padauk. This wood is mostly silica. It's wood and crystals mixed together. Nature did this, not humans. The frequencies, the tones, the scales, it's nothing like this. It took many, many years to come up with this, and we finally have it. It's Dr. B's Medicine Drum 2. It will be available on the website at some point, but we right now just working on, creating it. It takes time to create this. They have to be done one at a time. They're very unique. And even if you don't play the drum, you just put it in your house, the vibration in the room changes. So it actually changes the energetic field in a room just by sitting there. It's gently vibrating. These silicon crystals inside the wood are putting out this life force energy that's unbelievable. That's not unbelievable, but must be experienced. So I'll have those on March 1st in Atlanta. And be looking on the website and also your emails when I have more of those. Okay. I know I have toxoplasmosis and would like to squash it once and for all. I've battled it for 13 years. Most people have battled this all their life and don't even know it. So you are very fortunate to know that that's what you have. Dr. B has the signed hardcover coming with the 2 downloads. Yes. Yes. All the versions of the book will have at least the 2 downloads of music, and the premium offer has the 22 downloads, 7 hours of music. But you also can, purchase that on the side, and if you're interested. Will the live on March 1st have a HemiSync? Yes. An extra content and a core experience? Yes, it's going to be a core experience. Some of you know about the core access experience. We're going to do a new version of the core experience using this new drum. Oh my gosh. The core experience with this new instrument, because the core experience is like a musical soundtrack within itself. And it's a guided meditation where we go down into your subconscious and receive and get and alleviate some of the toxic material that's in boxes or containers in your subconscious. You don't need to know what they are. So we're going to do a core access experience, which we offer by itself also, but it's going to be included in part of the program that we're doing on the 1st of March here in Atlanta. So those of you who are there personally will receive the energy of that, and life changes drastically. Are you doing consultations? Yes, some are in person, so we already answered that question. Yes, people are asking, are you doing consultations, Dr. B, virtual or in person? Both. Yes. Does toxoplasma affect ADD or ADHD? ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, most things that have to do with the nervous system, MS, certain types, almost all the disease factors are connected to parasites. But toxoplasma, it deals with issues of the nervous system and of the mind, and of the autonomic nervous system, the automatic nervous system, things that you automatically will say yes to. Sometimes we're automatically, involved in chronic servitude. We automatically say yes to things we really want to say no to. And why did I say yes to that? And I don't desire to do that. Toxoplasma. Toxoplasma has you choosing toxins. It has you choosing poisons. It's the thing that's keeping you from changing your diet, changing the way you think, the way you talk, keeping you angry and upset and in division. It keeps people fighting. It keeps people in this place where they are basically held bondage by this parasite superbug. But it's not the only one. There's thousands of parasites, and this parasite cleanse, the elevated total body program, along with the total body. The total body is for basically for what we call the average parasites, the average systemic parasites, where the elevated deals with spiritual, energetic parasites and superbugs. So if you're talking about toxoplasma, it would be the elevated program. Okay. I definitely know the quality of my inner life prior to toxoplasmosis. I was extremely spiritually gifted, and now it's a struggle. Most people are having spiritual struggles and challenges. And we can do muscle testing to see if you really believe what you believe. When we do this psychological kinesiology muscle testing, when you do a live in-person consultation, we can test your energetic field to see if you are who you are, or if you're doing what you need to do, or we can even test substances and supplements to see if they're really for you. That's called psychological kinesiology. That's one of the things I offer. Okay. Hey, Dr. B, since I'm outside the United States, I can only buy the book via Amazon. That's right. Any possible way to buy the songs later? Yes, there will be a download version of the songs for those of you who are outside the United States as a separate purchase or a separate offer or a separate investment. Even receiving them as MP3 by email is a huge help. Yes, you'll be able to do that. Let's keep going. The things I know I should do and not do. And the things I know I should not do. Where's my power to do it myself, right? Peace. Is that a question? It's a pretty deep comment. We could take that apart, but not today. Almost finished with my total elevated body program, my elevated total body program, and my body feels amazing. Thank you. That sounds wonderful. I'll reach out to you for my son, and I definitely need your guidance. I'm here for you. Dr. B, would you purchase the drum? I would like to purchase the drum. I am a sound healer and would like to add it to my practice. This drum is going to change everybody's sound healing work or business. This drum, it's mind blowing. This is way past what we call the singing bowls and the didgeridoos, and there are many instruments out there that are really helpful for helping folks become calm and relaxed and reaching these altered states. I have never experienced this. When I opened the box for the first one, I cried. There's a video of me opening the box and playing it and crying because this changes everything. It is called Dr. B's Medicine Drum 2. I will be debuting it at the event on March 1st. We will have a few of them, not a lot of them, available because they make them one at a time. So even when you purchase it later, they're not sitting on the shelf. We make it per person or per order. Okay. Okay. What else? I've been patiently waiting for the drum. The drum is patiently waiting for you. How did you meet Brother Rich? Oh, that's a whole story. Yeah, somebody called and yeah, that's a whole story. That's a whole class. Heart, brain, coherence. I love it. Do your big packages include the intentions for each track? Yes. So each track has the title and everything, and there's energy that unfolds deep within your core. Each song is tapped into your core. Now, this is a little different than the medicine music download on our website now. Okay, that has, I think it's 8 tracks. You know, this is those tracks plus these new ones, and they're all remastered and retuned because the 432 frequency actually is fluctuating between 417 and another frequency. These frequencies are changing like the earth. And reading the book and listening to this, can you imagine? Whew. Because sound and frequency, it helps your information that you're taking in, even if it's like highly technical information. When you're listening to certain types of music, it helps it go deeper. But that music has to be tuned to frequencies that open up the channels, right? Because a lot of the music that we have chosen in the past is tuned to frequencies that actually shut down your receptors and cause illness. This is almost all your commercial music, even if it's healing and meditation music or love songs. You're getting something from it. I'm not discarding it and discoding it. Discoding, that's a new word. I'm saying that there's another level of sound and frequency that's being that's emerging now. Okay. Yes, when I attend March 1st, can I set up a consultation one-on-one while I'm there in Atlanta? Yes, that is possible. We got to set it up beforehand, though. Doc B, for those of us who bought your book in Dallas event, will our books be mailed to us soon? Yes, as soon as we get them. We thought they were coming quicker, but then we found the manufacturing process was deep. We had to redo the cover I think about 5 or 6 times. There was so many technical things that we didn't realize comes along with publishing and manufacturing a book. We finally got all that together and the books have been ordered. So I apologize for it taking so long because we did say that you'd get the books in January, but we're going to have something special for you because when you got the book, when you asked for the autograph books in December, there wasn't 2 medicine music songs included. So we're going to include that for everybody now. Those 2 songs, and you could play those back to back. You could play these tracks back to back over and over on repeat, and it's going to take you to another level. Some guy asked me the other day, they said, man, does this make the DMT? Because I feel like I'm on mushrooms. Yes, this is like mushroom music. This is like, mind bending, opening, transference of vibration. Whew, I gotta go. They're telling me to get off now. My staff is saying, Dr. B, you've been on too long. It's time to get off. So we're gonna be done in just a few. Will you be doing your interview show with musicians? Oh, you're talking about Serious Vibes. Yes, we're going to be putting that out soon. We have now 11 Serious Vibes. We have people like Omarion. We also now have DJ Quick, who's done one of the Serious Vibes. Serious Vibes is an interview series where I interview musicians, producers, writers who are creating something on a deep metaphysical level, who actually have a message in their music. So that's a series called Serious Vibes. It will be out soon. You'll be getting a notification for that. Okay. Yeah, the core experience is powerful. It's life-changing. What a treat. Let's see, are there any questions? Didn't notify no one at all. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, you will be receiving I apologize for those of you who didn't receive a notification about the book that some of you have already bought. We have been working around the clock to make this a smooth transition to a new world. So I apologize for not explaining this because it's happening in the moment. But when you receive your book, it will be right on time. When you receive your music, it will be right on time. Your love, your patience will pay off. You creating peace and harmony in your life, even though the outside world may seem like it's in turmoil, it will pay off. We will make good on our word. But sometimes we've got to change our angle because we don't know about the turmoil and the test in doing something new. Whenever you do something new, there's always a challenge in the beginning. There's always chaos at the beginning of something new. And we have experienced it here at Elevation. A lot of things have happened right when we were about to release the book and the music. As some of you know, my beautiful, loving sister made her transition. That changed everything for me, because she has been my greatest inspiration, and she's been my advisor and coach. And when she decided that she was leaving this realm, it took everything and threw everything up against the wall. So we're still dealing with the energy of that. I'm still feeling that energy and realizing that she lives forever. And those of you who have all, experienced what we call loss, which is actually a gain energetically, if you tap into that, it's a challenge that we can't talk to them physically. Like even here today, usually I would see my sister online, and she's not online that way. She's online in another way. and she's in university. So just keep in mind that those who are leaving the planet right now are going to university, the universe city, the city of the universe. That's nirvana. Life goes on and on. It just changes form. I'd like to thank you all. And it's been beautiful. It's been wonderful to do what we're doing. Like I say, once again, I would like to apologize for all of those who have not received their book and thought they were going to get it on a certain date. Also, some of the packages that you've bought or purchased, it takes time to make them. We make things one by one. You know, we say it takes for the physical products, for the herbs, it takes like 7 business days for us to package it and put it together. And then it takes time for us to send it. Be patient. Once again, there's the Platinum Life Monatomic Elixir available at elevationtime.com. This helps to open up your pineal and activate your pineals for anti-aging, energizing, telomere repair. And it also helps with intuition enhancement and heavy metal detoxification. That product is amazing. And it'd be great to have that while you read the book, because you'll be able to drop into a different dimension very quickly by opening up that pineal. Iron is essential. Without iron, you don't have enough courage, you don't have enough strength and enough energy to break through and become the black sheep and get off of what? The farm. Heaven on Earth is going to calm your nerves, relax you. Imagine listening to this track and you're high on Heaven on Earth, which is legal, by the way. When I say high, it keeps you from being low. Anxiety, stress, and mood system rejuvenator and a heart tonic. It's about love. Focus. This tonic comprises some of the world's best natural brain enhancing substances, memory and energy enhancement, mental clarity, mental fatigue, focus, study enhancement, brain fog, forgetfulness, perception, stamina, and creativity. If taken before bed, it may cause sleeplessness and lucid dreaming. You may find yourself dreaming awake if you take focus. All these products and more are available right now at elevationtime.com, elevationtime.com. And there is a special code. If you use the book when you're signing out, when you're cashing out, the book, you'll receive 20% off until this Sunday at midnight. This Sunday at midnight. If you have not gotten your tickets, if you have not registered for Divinity Codes, there are only 200 seats available live if you'd like to be there. Only 200. We know that is going fast because a lot of folks have been waiting for this so that they can tap into the divine part of themselves, the lover within them. This is for the lover in you. Go to Divinity Codes, unlock divinitycodes.com to sign up now. Tickets are going. Once again, this is the track called You. It's about you, your voice, A-E-I-O-U. Who are you? Much love to you all. Travel light. Make sure you're on the email list. We'll have another talk next week on Saturday. Love yourself as much as I love you. I just love this track. I just love it. Oh my gosh, this is whoo. You hear that bass line? Heart-brain coherence. The rhythm. Nyabinghe. The heart rhythm. Much love to you all. Make sure you're on the email list. I'll see you again soon. Travel light. Most of that luggage is not yours, so stop carrying the luggage of the pirate. Yes, the discount code is the book for 20% off of everything on elevationtime.com up until Sunday at midnight. Go invest in yourself.